Hey everyone, and welcome. Let's be real for a second. If you're in accounting or even just thinking about it, you've probably heard that little voice in the back of your head whispering, "Is AI going to take over?" But it's not just about some fancy software. It's about our careers. Those brutal busy seasons and the trust our clients put in us. I get it. But today, let's ditch the robot panic and have a real conversation about what's actually happening. I came across this super insightful piece recently, and it totally nailed what I've been thinking. It basically said, AI isn't here to steal your lunch. Instead, it's shaking things up in a way that could actually make our jobs, wait for it, more human. Section 1, the robot bookkeeper myth and why it's kind of true. Kinda not? Okay. The big scary headline, AI does in minutes what took accountants hours. Yeah, it's super speedy with numbers. But let's be real, speed isn't everything, right? Think back to those days of manually typing in every single receipt. AI can scan those in a flash now. But here's where it gets funny. That same AI might see a coffee stain and think it's a number. So someone still needs to use their human eyeballs to double check. And that's where we come in. Remember that weird transaction AI flagged in the client's books? It's us who picks up the phone and gets that sheepish, "That's just my kid's Minecraft obsession." And this part is huge. AI just doesn't get people. It can't have a gentle, thoughtful conversation with a small business owner who's heading for a cash crunch. That's our job. And honestly, that human connection is more important now than ever. Section 2, the uncomfortable truth. Yeah, some stuff will change. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. If your day is just moving numbers around and doing super basic tax stuff, yeah, AI is going to handle a lot of that. But here's the flip side. And it's pretty cool. We're seeing the rise of what the article calls the accountant therapist. Seriously. Clients don't just need us to spit out numbers. Here's what this actually means for your family's future. That's a whole different ballgame. When AI flags something weird, we're the detectives. We're the ones asking, is this a mistake? Is someone trying to pull a fast one? Or did someone just order way too much office pizza again? You gotta have that human intuition. And think about trust. Would you want a robot arguing with the tax authorities on your behalf? Nope. Not with your clients. That human element of trust, it's huge. One partner at a firm put it super straight. Yeah, we had to let go of a few junior folks because AI just does that entry-level work now. But guess what? We hired more people who are actually good at talking to clients. Section 3, how we can future-proof ourselves without turning to coders. So how do we make sure we're not left behind? Here's the truth. We've got to adapt. And don't worry, you don't need to suddenly become a coding ninja. It's about leveling up our human skills. First, become a translator. Learn just enough about how AI works so you can explain what it's spitting out in plain English to your clients. Like, hey, the software says you're spending a lot on marketing. Let's actually talk about what's working and what's not. Second, embrace the messy stuff, the things AI just can't handle. Think about a client going through a divorce and how that messes with their business finances. That's where your empathy, your human understanding is pure gold. Third and finally, specialize. Focus on the areas that totally freak people out. Crypto, IRS audits, passing on wealth to the next generation. Be their go-to guide. One CPA I heard about, they totally flipped their tax season. Instead of just crunching numbers, they started helping clients plan for their future, even their exits. Now, they're making 3 times the money. And their clients are actually thanking them. That's the kind of shift we're talking about. Section 4, the not-so-shiny side. When AI messes up, okay, gotta keep it real. AI isn't perfect. It's trained on human data. And guess what? Humans have biases. So yeah, those biases can sneak right into the AI. Think about that old saying, garbage in, garbage out. There was this example of an AI tax tool that unfairly denied deductions for freelancers in apartments because it was mostly trained on data from suburban homeowners. Seriously. And we can't just blindly trust AI's accuracy. It might claim to be 95% accurate, but that missing 5% could be huge for our clients, and they might not fully understand that risk. Data privacy is another big one. There was a story about a firm where someone uploaded sensitive client info into a public AI tool just to get a quick answer. Huge no-no. One compliance officer summed it up perfectly. AI is smart, but you still got to double-check everything. And that's where we come in. Our human oversight? Still absolutely essential. Section 5. The cool twist. AI making accounting more human. Here's the really cool part. AI might actually free us up to be more human in our work. One accountant I heard about said once they automated all those tedious reconciliations, they finally had time to go visit their clients again. They sat down, had a real conversation about retirement planning, and the client was so moved. A robot just can't create that kind of connection. We're also seeing a shift in what clients are actually willing to pay for. Just doing the basic compliance stuff? That's getting harder to charge a premium for. But offering that AI power plus human insight, that's where the real value is. And think about it, someone has to make sure AI is being used responsibly and ethically in our field. Why can't that someone be us? Our expertise is more valuable than ever in guiding this new technology. I love this story about a seasoned CPA who thought they'd retire before ever touching this kind of tech. Now, they're using AI to spot fraud patterns, and their clients think they're a total wizard. It's proof it's never too late to embrace these changes. Conclusion and call to action so. Is AI going to steal accounting jobs? The bottom line? No. But those of us who learn to use AI, we're going to be the ones who really thrive. The future of accounting isn't about being a robot. It's about blending the power of tech with our uniquely human skills. Judgment, empathy, gut feeling. What do you think? Do you see AI as a threat? Or an opportunity? How are you planning to make AI work for your career, not against it? Let's chat about it in the comments below. And if this gave you a fresh way to think about AI and accounting, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more real talk about the future. And hey, share this.